And sometimes if you want a better batch of crops, you gotta cut down the old trees because they're soaking up too much resources. And it's that.
You're like man. You use the head of the post office. You're like Mel.
Machel Montano is leaving for Carnival 2024. In Trinidad at least. And I know I have a lot of people saying, oh, where's Machel? What are we gonna do without Machel? Dude gave you like 20 years of tracks. You gonna still have enough Machel to go around, but I'm saying it's good for the evolution of soca, especially soca in Trinidad. And I think it's good to bring in a lot of the younger artists. You see, Machel Montano is not the culture of soca music. Machel Montano is not bigger than soca. Machel Montano is not bigger than Carnival. There was Carnival hundreds of years before Machel Montano, and hundreds of years later, there will be more soca music. There will be more all-time greats. And I think it's good for Machel Montano to just take a seat back. He did his thing last year, where he held his event on the same day of Soca Monarch, and it's like I think people have become too complacent with the existence of Machel Montano to the point where they made him like a staple of soca music. But in order for the music to progress and for things not to get stale, you have to make your big artists, you have to make them go. But it's the same thing in other islands too. You go in Vinci, Fireman Hooper. He had to. The people saying he needed to step back. Ricky T in Saint Lucia. People like those complaining even last year. Ricky T won Soca Monarch. They said Ricky T need to step down to give the younger artists a chance, so that we can get a future of Saint Lucia music. Because I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to Trinidad soca over the past 5-10 years, I have seen a lack of innovation. I have seen a lack of innovation and creativity, just because the big soca artists, so your Machel, your Patrice, your Kess, like they still up in the front, back to back, year after year after year after year. You go to each and every fete, even if you go to a Jamaican fete, if nothing else is playing, if they don't know no soca, they just, let me just put on a piece of Machel Montano, and it keeps the music from progressing. Over the past 5, maybe to 8 years, you look at the producers of soca music, and you would have noticed that a lot of Vinci have been coming in to produce a lot of the Trinidadian music. A lot of Vincies have been coming in to produce and write and even be features on Trinidadian music, because things are starting to get stale. I mean, and when it's not one of them, you get a lot of granny soca. Like when I think, a lot of times when I do think of Trinidadian soca, I think it's the soca you play at the beginning of the party and at the end of the party when things are relatively calm and relatively slow. Or it's like whenever you're just having like a little lime, like a little this, and it's like child friendly, then you play a little bit of Trinidadian soca. And that's the problem. It hasn't been evolving. It's when there has been opportunities to evolve, I find the massive, or like I call it the soca mafia, which is like the powers that be in the soca, the soca sphere of Trinidad, they would fight it down. People like Young Brother, people like Trinidad Zest music, it hasn't been able to grow as much as it could because there hasn't been much support. Thankfully, there is the internet. Thankfully, 2020 happened where the only people that would get big is people who had a big internet presence. But going back to Machel Montano, let's see, for the past 5-10 years, he's been giving you 20 solid years of music, 20 solid years of Soca Monarch performances. But like you notice over the past 10 years, you see him getting lazy. You see him giving soca the Drake treatment, where okay, let me just do a little feature here. Let me just give me this rhythm and put a little this, put a little that, and talk about the same thing. Oh, we're gonna jump that wave. Oh, we're gonna retete. Oh, we're gonna la la la. It's been like, and at the end you won't get like, and then boom, that's it. And some of them have been good, and it's not that I have a problem with Machel Montano. I think this is good. It's not that I have a problem with Machel Montano. I think that Machel Montano stepping away is better for the advancement of soca music, especially that in Trinidad. Especially I've been noted, like, not even just the soca music, not even Trinidad Carnival has been getting stale. You go to Trinidad Carnival and it's just, when the girls are done in Trinidad, when the girls decide they done dancing, everybody done. If the girl's not on the floor, nobody dancing. Like, people really do, like, things is really, like, I don't even play mass in Port of Spain. I go in Sando, I go in, if I'm going to Trinidad, I go to Tobago. If I go in February, I go to Sando, I go to what do you call it? Nakuva. I can't think right now, but you get what I'm saying. And this is good because now the younger artists, like Saki. I think Saki is really about to get a lot of opportunity now. I think Young Brother is really going to be able to show what he's doing. Trinidad Ghost is going to be very good for the future of soca music, even if he continues to be a producer or just stays as a writer. I think Trinidad Ghost has a lot of opportunity that now that Machel Montano stepping away. Like last year he had that song for Soca Monarch, but because Machel Montano was doing his own thing and it separated the views from Soca Monarch and nobody took it seriously, he didn't get to show it off. Because last year he had a very good track. Like as soon as I heard it, again produced by Vinci, but that don't matter. When I heard it, I said, "Yo, this is what we looking for." Big up yourself. You see, you've been seeing a lot of movements going around these days that have been outside of that's what is known as soca, because you know they've held down the youth so much, the younger artists so much, that it's harder to get through. So you're seeing things like this, you're seeing more like basement style music, basement style soca. You see people like Timpa popping up where they don't have like quite the typical soca style, and yeah, but the soca mafia doesn't want to see that because it doesn't push the brand of Trinidad. So you'll put out. I've been seeing an uptick in like artists who just fit the entertainment perspective of Trinidad's carnival. So I'll get like a girl who's slightly attractive, kind of attractive, and then she sings like basic soca. She has no stage presence, no nothing, and then they just put her on stage. Like there was one of those Trinidadian artists who went to carnival in Louisiana. I'm trying to remember her name. It's like a Rindell or something, but I put it here. But yeah, like this is an opportunity to see new artists with consistency. Even Nala, in the beginning of her career, I didn't think she was gonna last as long as she did, just because like she had the same kind of no stage presence, she looked good, no stage presence, and then she would make some basic tracks. So like when I first saw Nala, I was like, okay, what is this? But thankfully, Nala has come into her own. But I think this is good. I really do think this is good for the future and advancement of the music. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. So we're gonna see. This is a quick video. Let me know what you think. Peace.
My vagina you want, you cannot never get it again. Last time I talked to you, I put you in your place. You cannot never get my vagina again. It's once you want it, but you will not get it. You will not get it. You have your